athletic freaks, as I would put it.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your main event of the evening, presented by McCarthy Auto Group. View the new 2007 inventory at any of the McCarthy locations throughout the Kansas City metro area. Make sure also to head over to the official KCFA after party at the Flamingo Lounge. This bout is for the KCFA Welterweight Championship. Introducing first in the blue corner, the challenger, Craig Eckelberg.
Craig Eckelberg hasn't taken his eyes off of Jason Witt since entering the cage.
And across the cage, fighting out of the red corner, he is the KCFA Welterweight Champion, Jason Witt.
The fans very excited
Once
for
again,
this fight.
Mark Wassam is your referee.
Eckelberg. Kansas City Fighting Alliance welterweight title on the line. Here we go, main event of the evening.
Both fighters out fast. Big two to the body from Witt, and he's gone. Another big straight from Jason Witt. Jason Witt seems to be the quicker fighter here. Oh, and a sloppy shot from Craig Eckelberg. Witt circles off fast, and a big right hand. Eckelberg misses with the hook on the break.
Jason
another
Witt
two to the body.
finding a home for that too.
Looks to take the breath away from Eckelberg on that one. Then he goes over the top. Jason Witt seems highly skilled here with the way he's circling out, avoiding the strikes. His shot selection in the clinch and a low blow.
Might have caught him low. Definitely seen a high volume of low shots this evening.
You know, one thing Eckelberg's got to be careful of is reaching with his hands out and dipping his head down. Jason Witt there in the clinch is going to look to use knees when he's reaching out like that, holding his hands. So I think Eckelberg needs to figure out the range a little bit better and before taking those shots. I think Witt's going to try to expose that.
Absolutely. Both these guys are both highly trained and have a ton of experience.
Jason Witt taking his time recovering here. You know, an interesting rule in MMA is when there's a penalty or a low blow like that, you have up to 5 minutes to take. So if you want to, you can take a whole 5 minutes in the cage, and very rarely do we see fighters take a whole 5 minutes. I'm not sure if I ever have. And we'll continue the action here with 4 minutes remaining in the first round. Big body kick from Witt. And a big knee. Drops Eckelberg.
Jason Witt working from the top here.
Jason Witt has the far side underhook, so he has control here.
Witt has a ton of time to work. Almost all of 4 minutes left in this first round.
Witt looking to use that far side underhook in his head position to create pressure so he can pass this half guard. His left shoulder is key here. Notice how tight Witt's chest is on Eckelberg's chest. He's using his shoulder in his head position and that far side underhook, and you're going to use him, look to see him windshield wiper the legs here and pass the side control. He's going to look to put his butt in the air and staple down and pass.
When you're dealing with guys at this high of a level, there's oftentimes a debate where staying in half guard seems to be a little bit more favorable than passing to side control.
Definitely. You know, and that biggest part of that is the weight class. You know, if you're in the 125-pound, 135-pound division, good luck getting the side control on a high-level guy. You might as well stay in half guard. 170, 155, it could go either way. So, yeah, it's a great point. A lot of times in a Randy Couture preferred to be in half guard as opposed to side control because you can land punches and still have your base or your hips on their hips.
Sure, absolutely. Let's see if Jason Witt can mount some offense here working from side control with Craig Eckelberg.
Jason Witt showing that he's having no issues holding the side control position.
Eckelberg looking to wall walk. Witt stifles it, landing a couple nice elbows here. Witt might be looking for a straight arm lock here, possibly a Kimura. See, let's go.
Jason Witt using his left elbow to create space and just make him feel uncomfortable. And in the famous words of John Elliott, nothing nice.
That's right. It looks like Witt's working a far side Kimura here. Good scramble here.
Eckelberg does a good job getting to his hands and knees. Witt looking to take the back. Witt lets him up here, looking to strike. Ooh, a big body kick from Eckelberg. That scored. Another kick. Witt catches it, slams him to the floor.
Slams him to the floor with authority. Witt says, stand back up, please. Eckelberg says, okay.
Big right hand from Witt and a left hook. Witt seems to have a pretty big striking advantage here. Let's see if he looks to keep the fight here. Ooh,
that
straight
hurt
right
him.
drops Eckelberg right down the pipe. Just as I was about to mention, Eckelberg had his hands low, looking like from fatigue. Witt scores right down the middle with a straight right.
Witt needs to be careful not to hit to the back of the head here, as Eckelberg doing a good job of hiding his head. 1 minute left in the round for Witt to work.
Eckelberg at this point just holding on, trying to survive here. Witt in his side control.
It has been all
Witt's looking for a
Jason
key lock.
Witt.
Nope. It's been all Jason Witt. Jason Witt takes the back with both hooks. Look for Witt here to score a rear naked choke. And there it is. It's deep. Ooh, and
Eckelberg
fights
did a
it off
nice
great.
job turning into the choke there, but Witt right back to it, and
the
that's
rear naked
tight.
choke. That looks underneath the chin. And there's
That'll
the tap.
do it. Jason Witt retains his welterweight title here at Kansas City Fighting Alliance. Absolutely flawless performance
Awesome.
from start to finish.
Amazing performance by Jason Witt. You know, he looks like a high-level athlete out there. He's technical, he's composed. Every decision, every movement he's doing, it's for a purpose. There's no wasted movement. He looked awesome.
Masterful performance turned in by Jason Witt. It seemed like he never let Craig Eckelberg get out of first gear. He started with those straight right hands down the pipe from the beginning, was able to secure takedowns, dominate positions, and ultimately finish with that choke.
Yeah, for me, you know, I think the biggest key for Witt was to be able to establish that range. You noticed earlier in the fight when Eckelberg was kind of reaching out, he was kind of unsure of his takedowns. He took a shot where Witt was able to get away right away. I think him being able to establish that range made Eckelberg uncomfortable, which is why Witt was able to dominate the grappling and then also start to dominate the striking. So I think, like how you said, Eckelberg was never able to—
Ladies and gentlemen, this bout comes to an end at 4 minutes and 31 seconds of round number 1. Your winner by tap out due to rear naked choke. Out of the red corner, and still KCFA welterweight champion Jason Witt.
Kansas City Fighting Alliance matchmaker Joe Wooster putting the belt on welterweight champ Jason Witt.
An amazing night of fights here. Jason Witt secures his welterweight title. Antonio Martinez becomes a two-weight champion. And Kansas City Fighting Alliance, just awesome action-packed.
Ladies and gentlemen, make sure to